Hi, and welcome to the Call to Cinema. My name is Aaron, and today I'm going to be joined by a very special guest because it has been quite a while, actually, since he's joined me here. So, for those that don't know, or those that are new to the channel, I've been doing this now going on almost 14 years, and one of the probably the most popular, alongside my dad, guest hosts that I've had on this channel here come in has been Malcolm, with some really super cool takes on some stuff, a great sense of humor, and he's been away for a bit. He's getting set up right now, so he'll be in very soon. Here there, Kevin. Hey, William. Hey, Uzi. Welcome, guys. So we got we'll have Malcolm back to give his takes on the September announcements and everything else. I've got the countdown to the set in the background, which I am more excited about every day, actually. I am Club 1000, so if you're Club 1000, hashtag it in the comment section. Hey, Corinne, welcome, man. Okay. It's going to be cool to see what the announcements are today. So what we got here? Let's rate the new lineup, right? The new line that they started, the new sub-label. The one thing good about this sub-label I can say is I kind of think that you can't your Club 1000. All right, we got to start. That's got to become a thing, Kevin. We got to make that a thing. Hashtag Club 1000. So for those that were asking yesterday about Malcolm, well, the social media kind of like thing as ended, and he's back. We're just waiting for him to get his stuff set up because it's been a while. Hey, Vince, welcome. Want to share comments to delete comment? No, not delete comments. Show comments. Hoping for Go-Go's second-time version, but I don't think it will be that. It's going to be interesting to see what's coming. I mean, we've got, was it 17? I think it's 17 partner labels announcements coming today as well. I actually, it's kind of, see, I can't complain that I've got 1 to 3 and there's more coming out when I just bought close to $400 like Halloween set. No, I mean, it's cool. I'm glad that all the Vice Academy films are out there. They did it before, like on DVD, not Vinegar Syndrome, right? But it was done before on DVD, and it was 1 to 3 and 4 to 6. I know because I've got the 1 to 3 on DVD as well. 4 to 6 was always the harder one to come by. So it's nice to see that all 6 of them are being put out. There's there are new features on this as well. There's definitely more features than there was on the edition that I had up front on 1 to 3, significantly more features. And I'm one of the people. I was never one of the people that hated on Vice Academy. If you remember, I'm one of the guys that that love the series. So although I won't grab it right out of the gate, I spent a lot of money this month. I will eventually pick up the Vice Academy series. It's worth it, I think. And it's different art. It's not the same as before. And I think we're just about ready to bring in somebody. And it's been a while. It's been a while, so we'll reward points. We end up paying $250 for it. Not bad. Welcome back.
Oh. Hello.
How are we doing?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
I am surviving. I was homesick today, to be honest. Malcolm, I was feeling really homesick. I was watching a lot of Newfoundland type of videos. I watched there's a series came out when I was a kid was a teenager called Codco,
Yeah.
and it was like a skit show, like a comedy series. And what I didn't notice when I watched it, like, I obviously would notice as a kid, when I grew up and I moved to St. John's, the street that I lived on is in the opening of the show. So I was watching the show today.
Oh, that's
and
interesting.
yeah, and they're showing the street, and I'm like, oh God, I'm feeling so homesick. And there's like this. It was at the time, it was a risky, like it was. You'll get a kick out of this one. It was called the Polite Irish Priest, and it was banned at the time as a skit, but it got put out like later on. Yeah, look it up sometime. You'll get a kick out of it. It's a
I
funny one.
will. I will. I had a similar thing happen when I was in America. There was a documentary filmed in my area, and it just drives through, and I was like, "Wow, I miss that area." It's crazy, isn't it?
I mean,
What
like it
we're
really,
like.
really is. Corinne said
I didn't
said
realize
hi
we
to
were
you. Vince asked about you yesterday, and he's glad that you're back.
live. Hey, thanks, Vince.
On this side of things, it's been a lot of homesickness for me, but this is my home. But I miss Newfoundland. I'm a Newfie, and I miss that area. So I miss my poutine, Malcolm, and I miss going to the Avalon Mall and all that crazy stuff. But
just in case people wonder why I was late, I'll tell you why. I had to set up my microphone, and the computer obviously you can see the kitchen area because this is Donna's computer. It won't connect for some reason, so that's why I'm a little bit late. So I apologise. I didn't realise we were live at first, so because I'm so out of it. But hey, everybody. But yeah,
it was good. We are glad to have you back in. Are you excited about the announcements?
I'm extremely excited, more so for Melusine because they've got a Pinku film being announced today.
That's the new sub-label, right? That they're doing.
Yeah, which is basically Japanese Pinku films, like the Roman Nikatsu Roman films, which are basically softcore.
Unlike Category 3, that's a genre of films I am very familiar with, actually. I had me quite a collection of those at one point,
Yeah.
Maybe a Sato box. I mean, like, it's going to be interesting to see what's coming out. There's a lot of partner labels, right? Is there 17? Is that how many there is? 17?
Well, partner labels coming out today. It's 19, I think.
19. Holy crap, that's even more. That's going to be interesting to check out. Let's just look at for a second there and see exactly what's there. Now we're 22 minutes away from the
19.
from
I'm
the
sure it said 19.
What do you think, of like right now of like the announcements that came out? Are you excited? Did you order the Vice Academy set?
Yeah, I ordered it because I never got a chance to order the original one. But I did have the original trilogy part 1, of the set from France.
Okay.
So I was like, this is my way of having the complete, because I never bought the trilogy version because I wasn't collecting at that time. So I missed out on it. I wasn't going to pay those silly prices for it. So when this was announced, I was excited. Yeah, I mean, personally, I thought it was going to be a 4K maybe, just because, you never know. But it doesn't need to be 4K, just what might be with, the wholesale thing happening.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I think I'm at the point, like, I'm going to slide into hypocrite status for a second. Just to let you know ahead of time. Everything doesn't have to be 4K, especially this. I mean, like, because it is, this was a straight to VHS type of series. Not people weren't like running to the theater to check out Vice Academy. And it's priced well. There's a lot more features on this one than there's on the original set. I checked the features on mine, nowhere near to what you're going to have on this collection. It's all 6 of them. So you got the original one with Quigley and Ginger Lynn Allen, and of course you got like Elizabeth Caton and the people that ended up taking over from there. It's all 6, and I do find them fun. I really didn't get the hate that Vice Academy series initially got, because a lot of people, if you remember, like a lot of people hated on, like, oh, this is the worst thing they put out. I mean, like in a line that has Dr. Jekyll's one and that like frigging motorcycle film with Adam West's stunt double.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Vice Academy
or
is
Wolfpack.
is Academy Award winning compared to some of those other titles.
Yeah, what is
And
it?
it's
Bike
not-
Riders, Wolfpack, and Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon, right? They're the three.
Thank you much. If you hate it, don't buy it. Simple. This is something that I've been saying a lot recently because I picked up what was a very divisive set, and Malcolm knows all about this. I picked up the Halloween set from Imprint. I recently kind of fell in love with the stuff that Imprint puts out, and I like what they do. I grabbed the in the back there. You'll see the TV movie of the week set, Volume 2, and the Uninvited Unseen collection. And I was going to buy some other stuff. And I knew that what I was going to buy came out to around the same, actually about $100 less than what I spent actually for that set. But when that came out, like, guys, I'm Mr. Halloween. Like, everybody knows. Like, Malcolm knows this. I knew
You
that
didn't make up your mind. You're in there
There's
making
two
up your mind.
people-
You're either Mr. Friday the 13th or Mr. Halloween. What one is it?
I grew up with this. Like, that's the thing. I grew up like I'm a Gen Xer. I grew up in like I born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s. Like, Halloween, Friday 13th, and Nightmare were they were like the gods of like.
But if you had to pick one, what one would it be? If you had to pick one, what would it be out of the two? You have to pick one.
I think, God, because it's really hard. It would be Nightmare. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'll shock a lot of people. It would be between Friday 13th and Halloween. I love Nightmare. I think the series is great, but for me personally, I think that the other ones are more interesting for me to watch on like a rewatch ability, long term.
Yeah.
And I can rewatch the weakest Halloween and weakest Friday the 13th a lot easier than I can rewatch like Freddy's Dead.
I agree with you, Ben. Actually, I agree.
But if I had to like go right out, because I did grow up with like Friday a lot, and in school I actually wrote a newspaper article on the Friday 13th series. I think there's like 6 out at the time, and it was like a 13-page like out of my school newspaper. I wish I still had that actually, but it'd be hard because in '88 was when like 4 came out, right? I think it's '88, and so this is the year before I graduated. So these Michael kind of made a comeback the year before I graduated, and the one that I still remember the most is like being at home, and it's like close to Halloween time, and I'm home by myself.
Yeah.
And the commercial comes on NBC for Halloween's coming on that night, and it's the guy with the creepy voice, and it's like, coming on tonight, and the music is playing, and so I would probably have to go with, although I do love my Friday 13th series, I would probably have to go with Halloween. It's one I definitely spent the most time.
Fair enough.
And I bought the most copies of Halloween over anything else.
Yeah.
And you can see me over the cat here, I think. Oh, come on, baby. You can move up there.
Oh, creepy.
I think Halloween. But it is a good, it's not for everybody. But I knew I was going to pick it up, and I messaged Piz, because I knew, he was going to pick it up too. He got all the Halloween.
I'm not surprised it's sold. I'm not surprised it's sold out. I'm curious how many people who bought it were actually in Australia over, worldwide.
I think it's like it's sold out and unsold out a couple times. Like that was the thing, and I think part of that was people that had come in like scalpers, and I probably put 2 or 3 in the cart, and they canceled those orders, and so people came in. I'm sure there's scalpers that probably went under different names and stuff like that as well. It's only 1,000 copies, and that's pretty. It's not a large amount, especially for what this is. It's a big piece, and the crazy thing is, like, I was uncertain because I was picking up like some Hitchcock stuff from Imprint, right? And said it will look great up there. You'll regret it if you don't get it. And we had this conversation before, and I've told you this with the Vincent Price set. I wasn't going to pick it up.
Sure.
And she was like, no, you got to get this now. This is going to sell out. And if it sells out and you don't get it, you're going to feel like crap. And I don't want you moping around the house. So,
I just hope the pumpkin is better than most of these where they're like really cheap. I just hope it just has, like a proper quality feel to it. It looks like it will, but I'm
It
just
does look
hoping
good.
it does.
And it's not one of those like I know about the bear trap thing for SAO 2, which was much more kind of a piece together type of thing.
Oh
Whereas
yeah,
the
that broke
pumpkin,
it easily, didn't it?
yeah, like the pumpkins, I felt safer because the pumpkin is kind of like more of it's a one piece type of thing with the insert. It's not.
Yeah,
They got, if it looks at all like what we've seen, that's a really, really solid replica of the 78 like pumpkin.
definitely. Yeah,
And even if it's only okay, like the steelbook spines with the Michael and the knife on the back, it was I couldn't. It was
I
just
mean,
insane.
I'll be honest with you. If they'd have done it with a replica of Laurie Strode, like like those realistic sex doll things,
Uh-huh.
I probably would have gone in for it because I can tell you I'd have gone in multiple times and come out again very happy with
I
the
think
set if that had happened.
I think that they've got 1 to 5. We'll eventually get this, like much like the Neverending Story. We'll eventually get a standard edition of this as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Probably like either like the steelbooks on their own with maybe different artwork, or just like standard edition, like they recently announced with the new. Was it yesterday? They announced a new version of Neverending Story coming out for people that couldn't afford the real expensive one. So that's
The
like
thing
the
is,
third
what people
version.
need to the thing is, what people need to realize is nowadays there's never just that's it. It's always going to come out again at some point.
Exactly.
These companies, they bought the rights, they see it sells out fast, they're going to sell it again.
And
It's
it's
just a
great. I mean,
different
like
version.
yeah, they'll put something out, put like different artwork, put different thing on there. I think they'll stick. I think much like they did with the Neverending Story, that'll be the end for the pumpkin, but they'll have something else, and maybe eventually, if they can score the rights to the other films, because people forget that Scream Factory initially they only put out the 4Ks of 1 to 5 as well. There was no 4Ks
That's
for
true.
6, 7, and 8. That came later, and it came in a box set. It had to be sold in a box set.
Yeah.
It had to be sold U.S. only. It couldn't be sold outside U.S. There was a whole lot of stuff because it was a Lionsgate like rights issue with it. And I'm sure that's what's going on right here. But I'm sure if they can do it, if Imprint can score the rights to it, because this has a new encode. Like people think, oh well, this is the same as Scream Factory. No, this has a new encoding for it. Fidelity in Motion did the encoding, and they did some great work for Umbrella. They did some amazing stuff for Malcolm X recently for Imprint as well. We're getting a new encoding of this, and I think it needs a new encoding. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think so. To be fair, the 4Ks, because I've got the Shout Factory ones, they are quite dated looking in areas, especially on the older releases. We got to remember, it's like early DVDs, early Blu-rays. They all look rough. They look a million times better, but they always look rough by the time you get to the later part of the generation.
It seems like lately too, like we started with the 4K like of Halloween came out on its own, was not from Shout Factory. People were complaining about it. That was a good encoding, wasn't great. They didn't like color timing, that type of thing. Then Scream Factory came out with 1 to 5, and they were like, "Oh, this is fantastic. We got these," but they were like, "Okay, some are better than others." And then they put it 6 to 8, and like, "Okay, where's the help?" Because people are never like, "Oh, fantastic, we got this." They're always like, "Okay, where's the Rob Zombie ones? Where's or how come we didn't get?" How come you couldn't put all those 5 of them?
I'll tell you why they didn't get Rob. I'll tell you why they didn't get Rob Zombie ones, because nobody wants them.
They complained because they're like, okay, these came out separately. Why didn't you put them in a set together? And then when they put 6 and 8 in a set together, they complain, why don't you put them out separately? How come they're they're not in the set together?
Nobody ever seems to. People just need to learn to appreciate what's being released. That's all I can say.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
But it's like we're getting there to the time. But yeah, it's interesting to talk about because there's so much there. And I'm at the point in my collecting where I don't feel like I collect as much, or that I feel that I need to collect as much. So for me, I'm like, okay, I'll probably not collect something for like 2 or 3 months. And I'm like, okay, I want to buy something. And I'll be like, I'll buy something big.
That makes sense. It makes sense. If you're going to buy something big now and again and you're not spending like crazy, then that's like saving up for it, really, isn't it? So it don't really matter as much.
I mean, like you reach to a certain point, and I think you have too, where we're basically, okay, we're comfortable with what we got. So every once in a while, we'll pick something up and, something that we really like. we're not buying just to buy. And that's the thing. You can
Exactly.
spend. You can go out and buy regular. Okay, you don't. It's not gonna be a fancy thing. You can buy a regular thing and spend the same or even more. And those same people come on and they'll say to me like, "I can't believe you bought this for this." Or no, I bought something that I really liked for this amount of money, rather than like buy a bunch of stuff that I don't know. There we go. Hot take, guys. Hot take.
Do you have the TV Movies Volume 1 box set?
I wish I did, because Baffled is in that one, and I really want it. It's out of print right now. I'm hoping that a standard one at least comes out. I want number 3 because it's got the name of the game, which is
It's the third one.
Yeah, that's because Fame's the name of the game was the pilot for the name of the game TV series, and I want that. But this one here is unlike the other two. These are like message films, right? Like Martin Sheen is like an alcoholism, and like Ted Shackelford plays this creepy like essayer, and like there's like this little kid like trusting this guy that's taking photo. Like it goes in a different direction. But
I know some of them. I know some because they were released over here. I believe on DVD, some of them. You know, like the Leonard Nimoy one and all that. I know those ones were released over here.
See, that's from the
So
first
I know
one.
of them.
So bad.
But I've never seen them because they were like TV movies that were mostly played probably in America and Canada.
Yeah. Like I grew up on the TV film. Like it was a big deal. Like when I went to school, like everybody would talk about like the film that came on that week. So if you missed it, you're like the kid. There's an episode of Recess, I think, where you feel like you missed, like, oh, I missed out on this. Like this movie came out, and the one kid misses out. By the time he goes and watches it, like everybody else moved on to something else.
Let me just answer Uzi quickly. The cat came out today. I've got that coming. I own the DVD. I own the original Legendary Collection DVD of that. And it looks pretty rough, the DVD. So I'm looking forward to the upgrade. It's one of those films that I watched in years, but I had the DVD, but I got it in America and brought back with me. I'm just glad that those movies are being released, because I didn't think those would ever be released over here. I always felt like they might be in America, because America's always been a little bit more open to that kind of stuff. And they've got better boutique labels in that sense, like there's more at the time. But now it seems like we're really kicking into gear with 88 Films and Eureka and that in both territories.
They're doing great stuff. So Killshill said that he's restarting his collection after a fire that happened some years, about a few years back, a while back, which sucks. But it's got to be horrible, but also great to like just to collect. Now's a good time to restart.
I also want to say, Killshill, I'm sorry about your small package. It's really rough being a man if having a small package.
Malcolm knows.
I do, because Killshill said, "Hence my small package." He said, "Hence my small package." So I had to say something, and yes, it's extremely small. I have to admit. Yeah,
it is really a golden age to start collecting.
It is.
Your wife's a smart woman. That's it. We're lucky to have like the smart, like better halves around us that keep us on the right track sometimes. Sometimes it's saving money, and other times, like this week, for my better half is like spending money. Also, the Curse of Frankenstein. Excited about that one. Oh my god, I'm so excited about that one.
That's a beautiful looking set. Did you get with the quad where you won the first, or did you
I got it that day? So I don't know. Like they don't tell you. Like you don't know until it comes.
But were you there one day? Were you there from the very first moment? Because if you weren't, then you didn't get it.
No, I wasn't. Like I wasn't there for the first moment. But they had like 3. There's enough. Like there's 3 different ones. There's the quad was there for the first of them. Then the second thing was like for so many hundred. Actually, there's like autographed photo of the kid that played Victor Frankenstein.
And then it's a cinema ticket, right?
Yeah. So I'm either way. Yeah. Like I'm sure I'm on one of those. I'd be good with just cinema ticket. To be honest, that's kind of the coolest one for me. But if I get like the autographed photo or something, that'd be cool as well.
Any extra's great, isn't it? Really. I mean, I'd love to get a quad poster with them if I was ordering them. But any extra's always a bonus, especially because it's free.
I wonder if they're doing it like so. If you're first, you get the quad poster and the other 2 bonuses, and if you're in that, then you get the picture and the other one, and in the last bit, you just get the ticket, or if it's going to be just one, depending on which you go with.
I
I do
think
think
it's. I think after.
right.
I think after a certain amount, you just get nothing. So let's hope you got one of them, just because it'd be a nice, cool memorabilia thing, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't like, and for me, like I missed out on Cronus, so I still want to get. I'm hoping to get Quatermass Experiment before it sells out.
What about Black Triangle? The Golden Triangle, whatever it is.
Well, that's part of their other set. Like, so they've got the big sets, and then they got the
smaller ones. Like, because I've got the collector's edition of Shatter. You know, the Hammer and Shaw Brothers crossover. I bought that. That movie is so boring.
I like that movie. It's, but I'll be honest with you, it's not one of their better works. Like, it's one of the Shaw Brother, like later things. You know, it's not exactly.
That's what it was for me. I sat there and I was like, my God, when's that going to happen?
Like, that's like Blood Oranges and Man in Black. Like, some people are kind of iffy on those. Now, me, it's the features on those that really make it. So Man in Black, I honestly don't remember that film, but I kind of want it because there's a feature on John Dixon Carr, and I grew up like reading like mystery novels and stuff like that. And John Dixon Carr is one of those that I read like all his books.
What's the orange one?
Blood Oranges. That's the one about the. Hey, Elvin, welcome, man. Back to the Future. There's another. Yeah, like there's so much coming out. It's just deciding what it is that's you. Like, you could be someone that like really likes Karate Kid, right? And like Karate Kid said, it's like your jam, and you can be someone that like really likes Back to the Future. And here's the thing to understand: when you're looking at me and Malcolm, when we pick up something, 9 times out of 10, and trust me, we would love it if people were if companies were sending us a whole bunch of these like massive releases. That's not what's happened with us. When we get something, 9 times out of 10, like there's certain things that I get from like Alliance stuff, but if it's a big release, something like that, if I'm picking up the Ausplantation sets from there, you can see I spent my money to pick this up, and you get to see the regular edition, like because there's channels that'll show you the special limited collector's edition that that they got sent, but you can tell that I bought mine myself because it's the.
Is that the standard? Is that the standard version? Because I own that set.
It's a standard edition. It's got the thinner case and that thing. All the features are the same. It doesn't have the books.
Because I own the hardbacks of the books. That's why I asked. I didn't even know they did the standard like that. That's pretty cool, but they're still in individual cases. Yeah, it's neat, and it's they've still got like the. Not as fancy as the one that you got, but still all the features and that are there. The movies are there. I just really wanted to own them. I don't own Volume 1. I got to see how close we are. I'm forgetting about this whole thing. We're 2 minutes away.
I'm forgetting the other stuff. There you go. See, it was good advice, Susie. Better to spend on what you love than anything else. You can't take it with you. That's the thing. And people always come across. I find people that don't collect for the community will ask you this question. I'm sure you've been asked this, Malcolm. Do you think you're going to be able to watch it all? You got so much stuff. Are you going to watch it all? And like, you're never be able to watch all of it, right? And I hear that all the time.
The truth of it is really, no matter even if you watched it all, you're not going to pay full attention to every single disc because you're going to get a call, you're going to thingy. So you're missing minutes anyway, even if you watch them all. So unless you watch a movie multiple times, you're always going to miss something in the movie, either way.
And I think for me, I just want the choice. So like, okay, maybe I won't see X film, but I have the choice of like, if I want to sit back and watch that film one day, it's there.
I like that.
There we go. We're on a roll. We're super hot with this stuff today.
Got the passion. The passion is here.
It is. Yeah, more recently, I got to say, and it is because Imprint's come around. That's really put a lot of stuff that I like. Umbrella's starting to put a lot of stuff I like. It's got me passionate about collecting again. And I'll be honest, like there was a lull, and Malcolm knows this, where I was like, I don't know if I can keep this up. I'm not sure if I don't feel it. And I was really into Vinegar Syndrome for a long time, and lately haven't been as much. We'll see how things go today with this stuff.
I have to agree. I think it's very easy to kind of not have interest when you see the prices and you don't see the value for the money. Especially when you see it as well from the resale value. And when I say resale, I don't mean like a scalp. I mean like if you hate the film, you go, oh, I could sell it, but then it might be like a quarter of what you originally bought it for. It makes you reconsider if you actually really want that title or not.
It's true, and and that's the thing to look into. But yeah, the Hammer stuff, it did jump like 10 pounds for the latest release, but it also gave you an extra bonus disc as well. So this is the first 6-disc set as opposed to the 5 disc that we're used to getting. We're less than a minute away. We're 20 seconds away almost. Fabulous Stains.
Here we go. What we're gonna get? We're gonna get some good stuff.
We're gonna get some stuff. I'm sure we'll get some good stuff. I'm sure there'll be good stuff.
We're gonna get some big stuff.
All right. Are we almost ready? We're ready. Let's do it.
Let's have a look.
All right.
I'm trying to get the...
We'll start with the Resurrected. And that is 4K. So it's 4K. Nice cover. I'm trying to remember this one. Bannon, right? It's Dan O'Bannon. Yeah, it's Dan O'Bannon. Okay. So it's kind of HP Lovecraft-esque, if I remember correctly. I don't remember this well, but I've seen it. God, we got new Sarandon. Didn't Scream Factory put this out originally?
I believe so. I'm having a look on my page because your video is freezing a bit, so I'm having a quick look on the Vinegar Syndrome page.
So it's loaded with
I believe they did.
Yeah, because I think the picture, like the cover, had like Chris Sarandon on it, on the cover of the Scream Factory. I think I picked it up a few times. I almost bought it, and it's a fun release. I'm not quite sure if it's something that I would need a 4K of, but for those that are getting
it's not something I would really look at, to be honest.
Now let's look at the Italian one. I do, I love me, Malcolm, some Italian titles. I want to get your thoughts on these here. So we got 3 stuff. We got Obscene Desire. Already sounds like your title, right? It
does.
Elements of giallo, satanic horror, and very raunchy sexploitation. Huh?
Hey!
The Bloodstained Lawn. That's the title. Death Falls Lightly. So Bloodstained Lawn looks like it's when was that one done? 73. It's more of a jet set giallo, so it'll be less murder set piece, less sleaze, I guess, and more of the the earlier jet set type stuff. I don't remember these that well, actually. And I like that. I don't know this, and I like that. That they're doing
I might know them, but I might know them as a different title.
Yes, the thing. That's what giallo, man. That's the killer.
Yeah.
And
the thing I get,
the artwork's fantastic, and it's not listed as a forgotten giallo. I like that they've gotten inside of that as well.
I like
we got more Larry Fessenden, and it's probably
is this the last box set they're releasing of them, or are they doing more?
I think there's 3 at least. So we got Wendigo and The Last Winter on here. They're probably his most famous films. If anybody knows Larry Fessenden, they probably know Wendigo. And if you know him beyond that, it's probably... And beyond that, it's probably Beneath. Or if you like the video games, it's Until Dawn, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You're still a subscriber at this point. Like you'll get this stuff, right?
Yeah, because I'm a subscriber still, so I will get that.
What's down here? Okay, so we got the films of Sato. Okay, so there is a Sato set, so that they were correct. The Pink Line, we got the Rewind, Lustmord, and Love Letter in the Sand. Wow. What do you think? This is
that's exciting. That's really exciting. I'm glad it's more than one film.
It's a 40-page perfect.
The Trender Man's in the house. I'm impressed with this.
Hey, welcome, Alex, man. Yeah, I figured this would be like this is your area of expertise. We got a Sam Deegan commentary, by the way. And
I need to
Jasper Sharp.
Talk to that. Oh wow, look at this.
I'm gonna see what I can show. I'm trying to just paint. Gotta be careful.
Oh wow.
And we got another cinematograph.
Whoa.
Let's see what it is. Gang related. I don't like this cover, man. That looks
awful. That's an awful cover. Good film, awful cover.
Yeah. Like, you're not doing 2-pack like justice with this, man.
No,
It really
absolutely
looks
awful.
like it looks like one of the really bad like thumbnails that I do on Canva. And trust me, guys,
That's weird.
I got
Like their faces.
Canva. Oh yeah.
Their faces
Not-
don't even look right either. They look like weird paintings.
it almost looks like it's AI done. It looks
Hello,
almost looks AI.
Josephine. Hello, Josephine.
Hey, Josephine, welcome. Welcome to the. There's some good stuff here, though. Not a fan of the artwork, but fan of the film. Film's good.
Yeah.
They should have that skit on there
Ooh.
from like the Dave Chappelle show with their, Tupac's music coming out. We
Oh,
got
that'd
one
be
more.
great. That'd be great.
We got the VSL, The Strange Affair. And again, I don't know how I feel about
Oh,
this
for
art,
sure,
Malcolm.
Alex, they will.
I don't know how I feel about this
That's a
art.
weird cover. What is
And-
it? Is it a foreign film?
It is. That's Michael York, Susan George. Looks like it's foreign to me. Looks like it's from the UK. A telefilm from David Green. So yeah, it's definitely.
Oh, it is English.
Yeah. With English working class culture. So David Green did I Start Counting, which is one of my favorite releases from Fun City Editions. Fun City Editions of Deaf Crocodile came out from under the OCM banner and just probably blew up more than any, I think, other labels when it came to the partner labels. And it's just been so cool watching them grow. I have a viewer reached out to me recently. I'm not sure if he's here today, and he actually said, "Yeah, you got to have some of these Deaf Crocodile releases. I'm going to send you some." So he's actually sending me some Deaf Crocodile stuff next month. So I'm actually super stoked on that, including that double feature. That
Joe.
Soviet sci-fi double feature that went out of print with the 4 different covers. I'm not quite sure what cover I'm getting, but I'm excited to see that. But yeah, this definitely
of that, considering they're such good titles.
The pastiche cover, I'm not quite sure about. I like it better than the gang-related cover, but I'm still not sure. It almost looks like okay. This is a comic book throwback. Malcolm will get this. I'm not sure who else will get it. But remember when like Kirby, when Jack Kirby started to like experiment with like the kind of the different style of like the montage, the kind of different covers that he did, different like, artwork that he did inside for like did on Fantastic Four. He did went over to DC a lot.
Yeah.
So that's what this reminds me of.
Yeah, definitely.
Third wave how to recommend from film movement. We got to get over to the we got to get to the partner label, see what's there. See if there's any Canadian ones on I can recommend this time, guys. And see if there's any. So we got zeros and ones from Yellowville Pictures. You know this one, man?
No, I've no idea what that is, to be honest.
I do like Yellowville. So I feel more, they're one of the companies I don't mind like doing a blind buy from, but it really depends on the film. Not quite sure if this is the type that I blind buy. I'm more like it's a slasher film, maybe. We got Amico here. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know this.
Amico, I've seen the trailer for, but I've not had a chance to watch the film. So I need to see if it's fair by review. If it is, then I won't pick it up. If it isn't, I will probably.
Well, if you like orange, if you like lemons, there you go, right there.
Well, yeah, she spends a whole hour on it eating them.
We got the Black Panther of Shaolin.
Sour movie. It was a sour taste.
Another egg.
I think when they do that, when they put like a martial arts movie in with another one, but it's just like really weird because it means I have to buy it.
Well, do you though? I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, these may not be some of the better ones. I mean, one of them is directed by Matt Simber. Matt Simber's not exactly. More people probably know him for the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling TV show than know him for his films. To be blunt there. So I'd wait on this one if I were you, just to hear out, unless you know the films. We got another Saturn's Core release, which
I I think I'd need to. Oh, is that a Wave production title?
It's got to be. It looks like a Wave production, man. It looks like a Wave one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like it. Yeah, it's.
They got to be cheap for me. I'll be honest. I like the Wave documentary, but they have to be really cheap for me to buy something like that to take that chance.
Yeah, there was a time when I was collecting them all. So we're releasing, the Wave ones.
Yeah.
But they're not really that great for the most part. So it turns out I end up just going, I might just watch it somewhere else. Commander Ninja 2, I'm tempted to buy because I did enjoy the first one.
Okay, so we'll get on that one in a second. We're not there yet. You're getting ahead of me.
Yeah.
Trunks of the Wandering Saint.
Right.
I don't know this one either. Hope Runs High. What is this a new label or?
Yeah, it is. They said it was going to be a new label today. I think this is released in England, this one in the UK.
So I don't know that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know any of these films so far. I wish I could pretend like I'm all knowledgeable on that stuff, but no, I wasn't.
Oh, there you go. Here's one you should know. Cold Journey.
The Canadian. Kind of, sort of remember it. So NFB. It's the NFB release, I think.
Last one.
National Film Board of Canada. Yes, yeah. Okay, Interposed by National Film Board of Canada. So the other side of the ledger that I would really like to have, because that's on Hudson Bay Company, which, I would really like to have this. For these here alone, I don't remember this film as well. I know I've seen this, but I know I liked it.
Remember it.
Yeah, but I liked it, but it's not something I remember well. Like here we get to the one you're talking about, Commando Ninja 2 Invasion America. Oh, did you like that? I know it was a more modern day one, pretending to be an 80s, 90s.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought the first one was a lot of fun. Bit short, but a lot of fun.
So Several Futures, it's a new label. Have we got to them yet? Or are we? There's a lot of partner titles here, man.
There is. Well, 19. Mental.
So Fire Will Come by Kim Stim. Yeah, I don't
know what that
yes.
is.
Stay for insightful comments of what the hell is this? We got Fraud here. I like the cover.
I like that. Fold, and the name is the company's called Memory, and it's Fold, so it's a fold to the memory. The Painted Birds and Third Wife are 2 world-class films that people should check out. That's true. They do. They knock them down, don't they, to make people buy more now. That's what everybody but Vinegar Syndrome seems to have learned that now.
I can't disagree. I'm not a witch. Again, Malcolm, not to beat the dead horse there, but I don't know this one either. 2017.
No. I don't know it.
Utopia, I love her. I love the cover. I'm a dad. So whenever I see the words "I love you forever," there's a children's book that I think about. That do you know the book? That made me cry when I was reading to my kids. And it's I'm trying to remember the author's name. No, I'm not trying to remember. I'm actually looking it up because I can't remember the author's name. Okay, Robert Munsch. Yeah, it was Robert Munsch. So Robert Munsch did stuff like Paper Bag Princess and stuff. That did a lot. He wrote this book called "I Love You Forever," and in it shows there's this mom, and she's with her kids after he's been born, and she rocks them. Says, "Love you forever, I love you forever, forever and always, my baby will be," and goes to the end where the mom's dying, and he's rocking her, and it hits, man. It hits. But yeah, that's what I think about when I hear that.
I got a similar book story for you. I read a book, and the guy's about to be killed in front of his daughter, right?
Oh yikes!
And he says olive juice to her, which is his way of saying he loves her.
Oh,
right, I love you juice. And then he gets his head chopped off in the Smokey Barrett movie, and she screams. I was quite thinking about that. True story. It's from the Smoke About It series. I love that series of books.
I'm not a witch came up for like £3. Yeah, we're telling you all our traumatic stories right now. There's a new label right here, Leela and the Wolves. The Wolves. I like the look of this case of damage right now. What is this? Arab Heritage. Actually, well, I can tell him about this. In the Wolves.
That looks familiar to me. I don't know why, but it looks familiar.
84. I probably saw it. Travels across time and space, explore the collective memory of Arab women in Palestine and Lebanon, their hidden roles in historical events. Yeah, that's something I would buy. That's my type of stuff. The Painted Bird. I don't know if I've seen the movie, but I think I've read the book. I have read the book.
Long movie.
Yeah. Have you seen it? Because I don't think I have. Like, I have read the book, but I don't think I've seen the movie.
No, I don't think I've seen it. I think if I'd seen it, I think I would have mentioned it when Alex mentioned it, to be honest. Unless I saw it and I don't. But then that came out in 2019, so it's not like I would have seen it when I was younger. So, no, I don't think I've seen it.
So this is a weird one. It looks like one of those you'd find out, like find late at night, like after, basically when TV, back in the days when TV ended, and some channels would keep like TV on, but they'd have like this weird psychedelic, like strange programming.
Yeah, like this kind of like this 1-2 o'clock in the morning stuff.
Yeah.
Where you'd get in and you'd be drunk and you put the TV on, you'd be like, what's going on? And you'd feel like you were disappearing into something.
Well, we had like here in Canada, like when Newfoundland, we had on NTV, the Newfoundland Television Network, television based. There was a show called the Captain Newfoundland Show, right? And it would come on like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and we'd see this guy dressed up like Captain Newfoundland, and he'd be like interspersed with these kind of like public domain clips and kind of like weird kind of folk songs and just strange psychedelic stuff. That was. I would love to have some of that. I gotta look for them. Psychotherapy: The Shallow Tale of a Writer Who Decided to Write About a Serial Killer.
What a title! Imagine quoting that every time in a review.
Yeah. Imagine like letting somebody know, like, "Oh, did you make a film?" Well, yes, I did make a film called Psychotherapy: The Shallow Tale of a Writer Who Decided to Write About a Serial Killer, and I'm now doing a documentary on the man, the incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed-up zombies. Rent free. Like the title. Don't know the film, guys. Don't know what this is. It's 2024.
2024. So it's new.
It's been a while. Yeah, a lot of these films, Malcolm, there's a lot of titles here, but a lot of them are not, like, pardon the pun, living rent free in my head.
Sea Fog. Is that the one I think it is, Alex? Is that the one I think it is? Because if it is, that's a really, really good film.
Shim Sung Bo. Written and produced by Bong Joon-ho. Oh, speaking of which, the film festival this year, the Marrakesh Film Festival, for 2025, have announced their the master of the ceremonies for the festival.
Oh,
and it's him. It's Bong Joon-ho. He's going to be here in Marrakesh, and he's going to be
that's crazy.
So hopefully I'll get to see him when he's here.
You could meet him and tell him what your favorite film of his is.
Parasite. It just seems that I don't want to say.
That's going to not make.
It seems like so. It's a film masterclass. Yes, like what knowledge we're dropping with all these credible like stuff we know about all these films. Sea Fog, yeah, there's one.
Sea Fog is definitely worth the time if you don't live in the UK and have the UK version. I have to be honest, if it was cheaper, I'd probably buy it just for the booklet. Sea Fog is really, really good. It has such a great premise, and the story it doesn't let you down. I highly recommend it.
Sorry, but the Demon had a limited edition with a soundtrack cassette, and it's sold out.
Probably like 10 of them. When it's stuff like that, they normally have 10.
Third Wife. This one, I think I know. Ash Mayfair. Okay, yeah. This one you probably know, actually. Late 19th century.
Yeah, partner
Vietnam.
labels are really, really good at the minute. Yeah, that is a good film. I recommend it. Like Alex, I recommend it.
So if I had to give a recommendation on anything here, if you like the Canadian stuff and you like NFB like style stuff, then Cold Journey is a good one. But know what NFB stands for? If you do, then go there. I think Malcolm, would you recommend Seafog to people?
Yes, I would. I'd recommend Seafog, and I'd recommend The Third Wife and Wave production titles if you want really crappy looking things with women that are half naked most of the time.
I don't know how I feel about it. By the way, are the out of print things still on today, or is there more of those? I guess we should look at those, right?
Yeah, it's on today, I think. Josephine Blue Steel is a classic. I love Blue Steel. It's one of my favorite films.
It's a fantastic movie. Love me some Jamie Lee Curtis, Ron Lee, isn't it? So we got what titles are out of print that I actually probably didn't know was out of print. It looks like we got
what titles are out of print, but probably out of print now.
Yeah, 20,000 Species of Bees, Alien from LA, All About Lily Choo Choo, Animation Night in Canada. I didn't know that was out of print, but okay, let's open that up in a second. Bastards!
Bastards! Burn!
Were these Battle for Lost Planet, Mutant War? This was out of print. Boggy Creek 2. Yeah,
I think most of them. I think most of them weren't out of print. I think it's just the slips were out of print.
Like Delirium, Victor, Charlie, Victor, Romeo, Dream Life is here. Drop Dead Fred, Enter the Void. That's your favorite. Falcon Lake, Ferocious Fukasaku. 2 films by Kinji Fukasaku. We actually were live when this one actually was announced initially. Flesh and Fantasy, the first VSL, I think, or the second VSL. Frightmare From Beyond 4K. Nothing standing out.
First? Was it the one they? Was it the one they said after the other one?
Yeah, I think.
Wasn't the? I think the slip.
Was
I
a
think
one
for
too,
the
right?
slip because most of these aren't. Her body wasn't a thing. Was that? Yeah, the first one was the monster one.
Yeah.
No, second one was the monster one because they announced the second one before the first one. If you remember.
Yeah, it was weird because that's the way they like. Okay, this is number 2. Like, why number 2? I used to be funny. Which is that? Is this with my crush? I just said it. I think it is.
Yes.
That looks very much like Sunnet on there. Howling 2. There's 3 pages this time.
Yeah, 3 pages. Well, I think is it today the last day of the sale? Or is that tomorrow? I guess it's tomorrow
too. So we got. I'm just going for things that like stand out. The Mexican Gothic is nice. Massage Parlor Murders. You want the 4K? It looks like it's sort of the Blu-ray is sort of nice to have that one back in print. Actually, I do recommend this. Nothing Underneath, Too Beautiful to Die. I thought it was a really nice double feature. And The Right and Wrongs was good too.
That was a good feature. I liked it. Yeah, Right and Wrongs is great. It's a fantastic movie. In America, I don't know about Canada. America at one point was called Above the Law, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Scarlet Diva. Love me some Azia.
My Heart is Stone Rose is a really good film. I love that. Watching that Nomad double bill from Radiance is brilliant. Because I have the partner label version. I also have the Radiance version of that.
I think for a lot of these, it's a slip. It's a slip, I think. But some of these, maybe the title too. Sweet Sugar is here. That's the second slip for Sweet Sugar because I have the original one. The Fear. Everybody showing The Fear. I'm telling you right now.
I wish they'd put the sequel. I wish they'd put the sequel in with it.
What's sold out in that length of time? You notice this? There's 2 pages now.
Oh, it might have just been, it might have been, it might have always been 2 pages, but sometimes it says 3 until you click on it.
Canadian National Pictures,
Sometimes.
which definitely big on that one. I want to see what Animation Canada is.
Let me check this.
Does it have like any of the good ones? House of Jack Belts there. Yeah, that's cool. Street, the B games. Does that have the Big Snit? Yeah, that's one. The Big Snit's really good. But overall, there's some decent stuff there. Do they change the 75% stuff, or does that stay the same? That's the same, right?
Yeah.
Because I think it should be like, what's it, like 13? Yeah. So what is there anything here that's like inspired you? Are you excited about the titles you're getting come? Which one of these do you like most?
Probably Bloodstained Italy is probably the one I'm looking forward to the most, to be honest. Because I've never been much of a Larry Feston fan. But I'm planning on giving them a go again because I did get the other one last month, so I'll get this one this month. I can't say I can't say to me Bloodstained Italy one's the one I'm most excited for from this month. Let's just put it that way.
I totally agree. I mean, out of all of them, I think it's by far the one that just stands out the most for me.
Josephine, the 10th Victim. It's a pretty decent movie, a 70s movie, I believe.
Yeah.
Shameless Entertainment released it over here.
Yeah, that's what I got. Shameless Entertainment release. Yeah.
And it was a Blue Underground release as well, wasn't it? Or was it Synapse in America?
It's a fun. I mean, like it's there's a big director of that one. I should look it up. I think it's Petrie. I think it's Elio Petrie that directed it, because he did a film that's in the Criterion Collection too, like the something of a man above suspicion. Remember that one? I got it upstairs actually. I think it's Elio Petrie that did 10th Victim as well.
Yeah. Where were we? Just trying to put a couple of things in my cart.
I can't say that I'm putting anything in my cart right now, but there's some decent. I think we know that Aaron
spent box set is big.
Quite enough money.
I'm really happy with the Sato book. I'm really happy with the Sato box set because they're not, as far as I know, they're not released anywhere else at the minute.
Thank you.
So I'm really happy for that, because it gets very, very annoying when something gets announced and it's something that's already been released somewhere else. So I'm happy about that.
You think any of this will sell out?
Yeah, I think a lot of the partner labels will, because there's some good titles, but I don't think the Vinegar Syndrome stuff will.
But be fair, the partner labels are lower, like printed anyway when it comes to a lot of that stuff, right?
Sure.
When you're looking at like there's 1,000 opposed to like or 500 opposed to like 6,000 titles, then yeah, the partner labels will definitely sell out. Like first, I don't see the Resurrected selling out anytime soon. I mean, it's nice that it's a 4K, but a lot of people have this film, I think. And even if you don't,
I'll be honest. There's only 2 more months left of the subscription.
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, these aren't bad titles. They're not bad titles at all. I'm not gonna be negative about them or anything, but they're not titles to me that stand out. I mean, the Bloodstained Italy one does to me because I like that type of movie. But it's not one of those months. I don't feel like we've had a month where we've been like jumping for joy that something's been released. That's not always a bad thing. But when people say like the best months are September, October, November, to me this isn't a good month for Vinegar Syndrome. This is a good partner label month. Really good partner label month. But, I feel like this is like what you expect from Vinegar Syndrome now. I'm just glad it's not some title that you could just buy normally, like The Golden Child or something like that. That's what I'm happy about.
Yeah, I guess close to that is that that Resurrected is there, and that's the title that If people wanted it, they probably bought the Scream Factory Blu-ray of it.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to bet a lot of people passed on it.
Yeah, probably.
I bet you this is one that you're going to have some diehards. They're going to tell you, they're going to come on and tell you how amazing Resurrected is. They didn't buy the Scream Factory when it came out. And all of a sudden, because it's being put out with a fancy cover on 4K, that it's an amazing title that they've always known about. And they've been super fans.
Well, I feel like Resurrected has resurrected the fandom of this film to tell everybody how they need to resurrect their passion for the horror of this film to become, you know.
I want to show you the cover. I'm positive this is a Scream Factory release.
I agree, you see, the cover arts are really nice. And to be honest with you, Vinegar Syndrome does really good artwork most of the time, unless there's that odd, really bad looking one. But normally, the cover art really sells.
So this was the cover for Resurrected, for Scream Factory.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I remember that cover.
And, it's not bad. It's not a bad cover. Not great. It's not as good as this one here. But it's a decent representation of the film. I don't know. I mean, like, if you don't own it, nice to have in the collection, but I don't think people are going to be rushing towards it. Looks like Ben Stiller.
I don't think it does look a bit like Ben Stiller. I don't think I'd buy it if it wasn't in the subscription. The 4K.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hasn't that been like almost every month? Unfortunately, right now, there's been releases where you're like, okay, I'm glad I got this because it's in the subscription, but I would not have bought this side of it. And there's always titles like that.
To be honest with you, Vinegar Syndrome, I feel that most of the time with their 4K is like, why has this got to be released in 4K? Did anybody require this in 4K?
That's answer. That's probably no. Leon the Wolves does look incredible. It looks like a really good one. The partner labels definitely are a bit more exciting. The Bloodstains Italy. I'm like Malcolm. I'm an Italian fan. This is my type of stuff. I do like the Liar Festa stuff probably a bit more than you do, so I don't mind it. But it's not something I gotta grab on day one. I think people do appreciate the partner labels. I think we've reached that point, Alex, where people appreciate the partner labels probably more so than they do the actual company itself.
I disagree. I disagree with you there.
You don't think so?
I don't think people appreciate the partner labels. I think they buy the partner labels and then they hope to sell the partner labels for money most of the time. Because most of the people that buy these partner labels, especially when you go in the Vinegar Syndrome group, they've not watched the film. They're trying to sell the film. So, as exactly, it's short video. Everybody seems to want to talk about for the most part. Like it's what's the word? Legendary, amazing, like work. And after time, it's just guys tripping over a camera.
The Ripper.
So, yeah, like the Ripper and like Blood Cult and stuff like that.
Like those are not like subjectively. I can't say objectively because subjectively at least. I don't think either one of those are good films.
Yeah.
Like Blood Cult is more known, but it's still not a good movie. It's not a good movie. And to take, saying that, guys, I got a lot of movies in my collection that are not good movies. I will 100% tell you, not good movies, but I got in my collection. I'm into see the movie, experience every movie. See, I don't know if I'm there anymore. I'm going to do a video. I want to mention this. I actually do want to talk this with Malcolm, actually. That I think that for the longest time, we had like the Criterion stuff, right? And the Criterion stuff was the big go-to. And then Vinegar Syndrome came around, and eventually Vinegar Syndrome like rose in the ranks. I think we've reached almost a point of, and you can like kind of chime in on this, of what's kind of a reverse snobbery. Whereas opposed to like at a point where like, oh yeah, I gotta have like the Citizen Kanes and I gotta have the the classics, Chimes of Midnight and stuff like that. I gotta get all these like the schlock and I gotta get all these kind of different ones. And there's this group, and which I was part of, we're like, oh yeah, no, forget cinema. Let's look at this other stuff, this shot on video, this stuff that it's nice to have, and I'm glad that there's companies that are actually kind of like getting that stuff out there, because I think everything should be almost everything. Not sure, but both syndrome, almost everything should be saved. And I'm glad there's a market for everything. I don't want to come off like a hater, because I was on that point where I was like, where I feel like I was to the point where I was reverse stop, where I was moving away from things. I wouldn't talk so much about Criterion. I wouldn't like Radiance would be something like, oh no, what's that? Because like, oh man, I'm a real cinema lover. I like this culty
Ebola syndrome.
Weird stuff. It's I felt that there was a point where we switched around from like looking at films that we thought were important, films that we thought were that you studied in film school, and we're like, no, forget those films. Let's look. What we really want to learn from is 1989's Canadian film Things and Suffer the Children, because those are the ones.
You know, I think all those films have their place. I do, in their own way. They showed the beginnings of sometimes some of the greatest directors of all time. You know, like look at people like Sam Raimi, for instance. Look at people like Eli Roth and that, who have created such great masterpieces, especially of horror. You know, you see their early work and you're like, my God, some of this is really garbage, the shot video stuff. But it started the passion, right? For me, I think there's a place for those in the history, but I think you have to understand where their place is, because I think you can look at something like that and you can be bored shitless, right? You can look at it and you go, oh God, and trust me, that Joe Sazzo set from television burns every day whenever I see it. I want to burn that movie. I hate it. I put on eBay and I can't even sell the shit. Nobody buys it even for $4 with the slip. Anyway, now got that out of the way. I do think the thing you remember when Criterion was bigger in people's eyes, like you said, they released certain kind of films that most people were like, "Oh, this is a masterpiece." But in my view, Radiance is the new Criterion. In my view, I think they're superior now. Why? Because Criterion's starting to release bigger titles now, which everybody in their right mind should have seen by now. You know, they're releasing things like Eyes Wide Shut, History of Violence, all by great directors. Don't get me wrong, fantastic directors. But I feel like you watch them, you would have watched them before, especially if you're a film student, right? But I feel like sometimes people don't understand that every art form of film has a place everywhere on the board, like a spider thing. You know, you've got short video, you've got foreign cinema, you've got category 3 films, you've got all this thing, and every single one's good, whether it's Chinese, American, Canadian, British, Arabic, wherever, right? Every single country does something perfect compared to what another country doesn't do in some way. And I think you have to watch cinema as a whole to understand it, right? But I will say this, to cut this even shorter, because I could go on about this for like 6 years at this rate. But I feel like if you have Citizen Kane or something in your collection, right, and you have it there because you want people to see it, you want people to know I own it, but you can't talk about the film, you haven't got an in-depth view of the film, right, or a real appreciation of the film, it's pointless owning that film, because at the end of the day, you're only kidding yourself that you're a film fan in that degree of film, because you need to be able to talk about it, you need to be able to feel it, you need to be able to connect with it in order to go, oh, this is in my collection because of this reason. If that's the reason. If you just wanted to watch it, that's fine. But if you want to have snobbery and say, oh, look, I've got all these classics like Kill a Mockingbird and all this, if you can't have a conversation about them, when you're saying, oh, look what I watch this puree classic cinema, you need to be able to think it. And I think that's
on the other side of the fence too, like 100%, I agree. Like if I'm a slasher guy, right? I like giallos, like stuff like that. If I got like a bunch of slashers in my collection and I'm like, oh yeah, slasher good, boobs. And that's great. But if you want to talk about them in the same way that you talk about stuff, this exploitation, which is my expertise,
Yeah.
Canadian, and I grew up with like Canadian exploitation films and that, and the whole. I almost wrote a book on it, right?
Yeah.
And it's still on the back burner. If that's what you want, I mean, like, you can get a collection, and I think it's important that people understand, like, and I think this is why those Walmart like $5 bins and stuff like that are amazing and incredible, and are things we need, because there's people that are moving away from streaming. Streaming is getting real expensive now, and they're like, okay, I want to watch a movie. I want to go grab a movie, right? I want to get a movie for Halloween. I want to pick up like Halloween, the $5 version or something like that.
I remember those. But I remember those sets. Don't talk about that. But
Scott Spiegel
did he die?
I gotta look that up. I was definitely a big fan of Intruder.
That's sad if he passed.
It doesn't say here. Yeah, it doesn't say that he passed here.
Are you looking on Wikipedia?
Yeah,
it might be too soon. It might be too soon. It might be just on the news.
Well, I just hit the news section. I didn't go to Wikipedia for that. But hopefully,
was going to say about your thing with the disc sets is I remember when those sets. I was talking to Donna about this. I was talking about this the other day, and I said to her, those sets at one point they were everything. You went in the store, you could get all these movies for a very low price.
Yeah.
And I was saying about how I feel like those sets nowadays, they don't have as much of an impact on the big movie watcher, but more on the casual viewer, in the sense that they have stuff like, like, for instance, they'll have like The Conjuring in with, like, I don't know, like The Nun and stuff like that, on the bigger titles I'm making now. So people go, oh, that's great. When I used to buy them, when I was younger, it was titles you couldn't really get. Like when you got those, like the old Mill Creek sets, you'd go, oh, I can't get these anywhere else other than this.
I got a whole bunch of those, man.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
anybody that like
I've still got them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Anybody that bought those Mill Creek sets back in the day, like when Vinegar Syndrome came about, and they're like announcing these like the early releases, you're like, that's Mill Creek, that's Mill Creek, that's Mill Creek. I watched that on Mill Creek. That's the reason I picked up. Like, wasn't Vinegar Syndrome, but I think it was BCI. I put out a set that had Night Train and Terror, and it was Night Train and Terror that got me to buy Vinegar Syndrome in the first place, because it was a movie that was so insane, and I loved it.
So, the song,
yeah,
it's the song.
Everybody's got something to do. Everybody but you, which is my life, actually.
I'll be honest though, I would never put Vinegar Syndrome up there with Criterion or Radiance.
I don't know if I don't. I'm not the Radiance train that you are. Like, I've got one Radiance in my collection.
Well, Magnus, let me correct that. At one point, and it's not in a horrible way like all those films about. It's just the releases and stuff like that. Like the way they're released, the quality, the actual films are released on a monthly basis. To me, I just feel like they have so much more to give in their own way. But anyway, most of the time, they're completely different movies to Vinegar Syndrome. So I'm not comparing the movies themselves, because that makes no sense.
He did pass away. Looks like Bruce Campbell confirmed that Scott Spiegel's passed away.
Make up your mind, Alex. He passed a week or so ago. Correction. He's on life support. Oh, no, he has died. And this is why he failed as a news reporter. Because they said, tell us the news, Alex. And he said, he died. Oh, no, he's alive. He's dead.
I think that the best stuff coming out right now is coming out from like Europe, and Australia. I think that those are the best companies that are doing releases right now. I think that we got like Arrow Video. There's Radiance. Radiance is European. There's let me some Imprint, Umbrella. The Umbrella does insane. It's like like amounts of like special features on their like their Caligula release,
Yeah,
their
they
Super
do.
Mario release. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Like yeah, 88, Eureka.
mental.
It's just incredible stuff. And like there's good North American stuff, but maybe it's where I've just been around that stuff so much that it kind of lost its shine for me a bit.
Hey,
Hey there,
Ryan.
Rob.
Thank
Hi.
you for being here.
We very much appreciate that because sadly we do not hear it enough, and we definitely need our ego stroked.
Yes, definitely.
No, seriously.
I definitely, look, I need a good stroking. It's been a long time. I'm not going to lie. I'm pent up. If I get that release today, it'll be thanks to you. All of you.
I need a shower.
Dear.
But no, I mean it's it's a nice topic to talk about, like the stuff that's out there. I do feel like I feel that Umbrella gets me with a lot of this stuff.
So I've got to be honest. Can I say something about Umbrella?
Yeah.
Just because you're talking about them. So Umbrella's got 3 titles at the moment announced I want. Right? No surprise, they're Japanese titles. Right? I want those titles. I want them badly. If I buy them, that's going to be $120 for, the 3 collector's sets. Right? To me, those sets are worth it. Right? But at the same time, the other fear is, and I know for you, it's not so much that, because if you want it, you're going to get either way. And, if it's released somewhere else, you'd probably buy it there if it came out, in that time. Right? But I can't help but go, okay, Legend of the Eight Samurai. Who's going to release that? Not Legend of the Eight Samurai, sorry. GI Samurai, sorry. Legend of the Eight Samurai was already released by Eureka. 88 films of Eureka. Right? Yeah. Who's going to release The Agitator, the Takeshi Miike movie? Maybe Arrow. Right? Who's going to, or maybe even Radiance, because they want to release Takeshi Miike, right? Who's going to release this other Sonny Chiba movie, which I can't remember what it's called right now? Oh, that could be Eureka, So I'm like, 40 quid each, or do I wait? And that's the problem. Do you know what I mean? And I love Umbrella. I think nothing beats Umbrella when it comes to their design, their packaging, when it comes to these collector's editions. But boy, do I hate waiting. And boy, do I hate when they announce something and someone else does. I hate it.
Well, didn't Imprint just announce recently that they got like the Asian rights to like titles like The Killer and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's why they did that. That's why Arrow did it as well over here not too long ago, because they wanted people not to have to import. But I'll be honest with you, the only thing that stopped me importing from Shout Factory is the fact that I know Arrows wear booklets in them. If Arrows didn't have booklets in them, I would have already bought City on Fire.
And I'll be honest with you, Arrow is going to be, for me, in a lot of cases, is going to be the superior edition of that film.
Yeah, it will be. It will be.
Like,
unless the distance messed up.
Yeah, and if I'm choosing between, okay, am I picking up like Arrow or Imprint, or am I picking up Vinegar Syndrome or Shout Factory? There's no choice, man. There's not even I'm not even thinking. I do like the fact that we're getting like Uzi said, Vinegar Syndrome is fun dipping into the Asian market. And we talked about this. You said you wanted to see like an Asian sub-label come from them because it just seemed
I was saying this the other day to Donna, and I think I said this to Alex as well. I think the Chinese, let's just say Asian cinema, it's really popping right now everywhere on
very much.
The releases. Pinku films at one point were really only released for the most part by Synapse in America.
They had all like a lot of them. That's what we're watching them.
And they had I think they had 50 of them released. And then 88 Films now said be releasing some, and they've been looking stunning in the best quality possible at the time. So I said to Donna, it's about time someone else did big sets of them, because there's millions of them out there. And I'm really excited. Media Blasters, fantastic label. Cheap label, but fantastic. I'm happy for Vinegar Syndrome. I just hope they keep doing boxes. I noticed that this Pinku set is a volume 1, which is very exciting because it means they're going to do another volume. Let's just hope it's not like the Made in Hong Kong set where they did a volume 1, but there hasn't been a volume 2 in like 3 years.
Or their TV movie one where they're still,
exactly. And where's your favorite movie anyway? Cardona Volume 3 set. Why hasn't that been released yet? That was already announced.
Man, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I mean, like I make no like bones about like if I don't like something. You know, I'm pretty bluntly honest. Like I didn't used to be because, in all honesty, I only talked to it and bought stuff that I liked, so I didn't really have the thing there. So
Yeah.
I've gotten enough now that it's like, okay, yeah, sorry, I don't like that. And I'm getting older, so I'm a little bit crutchy. But I mean, I'm excited about some of these. Like Imprint's got my heart right now, and I'm thinking if they're putting out like the stuff that they're putting out, like the Neverending Story and like Dune and all this, can you fucking imagine? Pardon my French. What the killers and releases like that are going to look like?
God, oh boy, better start saving.
Well, I said next year. That's it. I'm buying just the Imprint and the Hammer releases. Those are the only things I'm picking up.
To answer some questions quickly, Ryan and said about the new Jello, sub-label from Television. I looked at that movie, right? That movie wasn't made too long ago, right? And I have to be honest, I like the way it looks in the pictures, but I think it's going to be a dud. I haven't seen the film. I could be wrong. And I was able to add it to my subscription for free because I've got a subscription with them. So I could be completely wrong. And I'm hoping they put better films on it, but I'm hoping they put older films on it from the Jelly era instead of the more newer ones. Because some of them are decent, these new ones, but they just don't get that right tint color. One they should release is Tulpa.
Shot on video Jello.
Tulpa's really good. Tulpa is really good. That's one they should release if they can. As for Uzi, mate, Hong Kong Volume 2, hopefully it gets released. And Josephine, Pedicab Driver, I watched for the first time 6 months ago. It's a great semi-hung movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Not one of his best, but it's a lot of fun, and I do recommend it. Sadly, there's not a Blu-ray release of it, to my knowledge. There's only the Warner Archive DVD version, which I believe is a pirate disc, like the other Warner Archive stuff.
Like I saw that on VHS back then, but I'm not sure where. Yeah. But I haven't seen it since like a long, long time ago. Now, for me, I mean, make no bones, I'm not really a television guy right now. So won't go into that.
I'll say this: Underground Banker, Uzi, is one of the movies I've never seen, which is a chase to watch, and I want that in a HD quality to watch because that film I feel would be really cool to watch. As for television, just to finish off Aaron's thing about television, it took them 3 months to send me my stuff. They did give me free shipping, which was nice of them, and I do appreciate that. But I just hope that they get the system sorted because it's been like 3 years now since they've been around. They should be at a point now where they're like Vinegar Syndrome with, the monthly shipments. But I think it's because things come in at different times. They just don't ship them. It should be all at the same time if they could do it,
Well, no, they said it's going to be relatively newer films. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound good then to me. Don't get me wrong, I could be wrong. There's some brilliant titles that ever new and inspired by Jelly and stuff, but I just feel like Tulpa was made, I think, like 2012. I think that's what they need on that label.
I see that being something that comes from like a partner label, like an actual Vinegar Syndrome partner label, or something like that, or Vinegar Syndrome, as opposed to there. But you never know.
It was a television, so they actually got a good title.
Well, you look at all those amazing titles you've gotten already. You have seen so much shot on video stuff, man, that you never thought you'd watch, or ever would.
Let's talk about that. Well, I watched your video. I watched Aaron's video, and we was talking about shot on video. Francesca is one of those movies which I like the style of, but I just don't think it's implemented properly, and I think it ruins the film. That's what I think of Francesca, the Jelly one. I mean, I was watching Aaron's thing about shot on video, and I 100% agree that you do not need to put shot on video ever on a Blu-ray disc, only if you're going to put like 10 to 20 movies on that disc, because you're wasting a disc.
Yeah, and feature
because
wise,
it doesn't need
you
all
have
that
some
room.
massive
Yeah.
features because it's. I feel like they're just pushing. I'm at, and I put like a, and I don't know if anybody's done this, but if there's a shot on video, if there's a company that's putting out shot on video stuff on 4K, come on,
God, don't bother.
we know, like
I mean, you could put a whole director's work of shot and video movies on one Blu-ray disc. That's how small the video files are. Why waste the disc?
And it's the thing. Like I love my 4K discs and love stuff like that. But out of all the the actual fact of the matter is, if you want the films to last as long as possible, Blu-ray is still the longest. It's the longest lasting format.
Yeah.
Like last longer than 4K, last longer than DVD. Like Blu-ray will last the longest out of all the formats. Now I don't think that's going to be an issue with 4K release. I think it'll last for quite a while. But it's good to have. I always feel good about getting a release over here, like as in like when I go to Spain or when I go to London or something like that, or because when I open up the case, I know there's a 4K in the Blu-ray, and if I go to North America and pick it up, I go to Canada, I know I'm going to open up that steelbook and it's going to have a digital code and 4K, and that's going to be it. I don't give a crap. But I don't know if I have in the last 5 years ever done anything with any digital code I got. I think they've all gone. I gave some to my kids. I think
the only thing I ever did was sell them.
I didn't even think to do that. I just forgot about them, and I'll find them like years after they're gone out of like. I'm like, oh, this had a code. I never noticed this before. I guess that's good.
See, what I used to do was I used to buy the box sets. They're like the Warner Brother box sets. And then I'd sell the code and make more money. So they basically made them free. So, because I'd give them the discount and then do it that way, And that worked out because I've never been a big digital person.
I can't. I mean, I can't do it. I mean, like I've watched stuff like streaming and like on TV. I watch Only Murders in the Building. Like,
we all do. But you don't want. There's a difference to watching and wanting to just focus on digital, right?
Exactly. I mean, I can never do that. Like I've had people like come to me and say, "Yeah, why don't you just go? You can stream stuff." I'm like, "You don't own anything," and that matters to me. Some people it don't matter. I've seen the CIP release. I have a long time ago. That's a 70s release. National Film Board put that. So National Film Board of Canada, CRIN is. And they put out a lot of like releases. They do a lot of like short films. Cat Came Back, The Sweater, by Ruck. And there's so many like different releases that they do, but they do like films and that too. And that's one that I would buy more so for like the short films on it than I would for the film, because I don't remember the film very well, but I do remember the short films that are on that release, and I did like
that. Makes sense.
So I can't say, okay, yeah, this is one of my favorites. But CIP is like a label that I don't have anything of, but I've seen all their movies, and if I get in a place where I can buy them, 100%. Like I would buy the Canadian. I'm Canadian. I almost read a book on exploitation. I did like years of research on it, and I watched more Canadian films, like crazy Canadian films, than most people can imagine even exist over that time period. So yeah, when it comes to that type of stuff, that's how I feel with that. I think it's great. This is a great.
He watched so many Canadian films. He watched so many Canadian films. He actually turned Canadian.
It happened. I mean, I'm still Canadian to this very day. It's craziness. There's releases that I would like to see. I want to see The Clown Wars come out. I want to see The Rowdy Man, which I think is one of the most underrated films, Gordon Pinson film. Shot in Newfoundland, shot actually where I was born, in Corner Brook, with some pickup shots done in St. John's. And titles like that, Going Down the Road, I think both of those need a new, really good release. So if you've never seen those films, definitely worth checking out. Really good films, especially, here's the little thing for you. If you like the original My Bloody Valentine, if you like that film, and I love that film, and I know Malcolm is a massive fan of that film. Like that's one of his big ones. And when I went, he was one of the big reasons I went and saw that film. I got to see it with the director because Malcolm convinced me. I was just like, I'm not going to go. Type things like, I need to go to this. And I'm so glad he did. It was one of the most amazing experiences that I've ever had seeing a film. But Going Down the Road is literally that movie about what happens before the guy comes back into town, where the Atlantic Canadian decides to go to the mainland, go to Toronto or Alberta to try to make his way, and realizes things are not exactly the way that you think they're going to be. Great
Never
title.
are.
If never seen.
Never are.
But yeah, I was like one of those kids. I grew up in a small town, like in a fishing village. We had about like 3,000 to 4,000 people total, and a lot of us, that was our thing. We're going to finish high school. We're going to go to college, and we're going to go make our way in Ontario or go to Alberta or something like that. So when I got out of school, I was accepted for dramatic arts in Western Ontario. And my grandparents were like, acting is hard. Why don't you try journalism first? You've been writing all through school. And they wanted me to stay closer. And there was a college within Newfoundland, which was only like around 4 hours away from where we lived. So I went there instead. And I don't regret it. Journalism came in handy here. And I used my journalism stuff more so than I ever thought I would. And maybe some of my acting stuff too. When we're looking at labels here and titles that I'm actually super not excited in, and I'm trying to be like, oh yeah,
it's incredible. I love it. This title's amazing.
Yeah. I can't do that. I can't. I don't think I can't come across. I'll be so disingenuous if it's a release that I don't like.
I can see it now, Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a fantastic release tonight in the title of Meat Hook Massacre 7. It's amazing. Go out, tell your friends, get the tickets, get the popcorn. It's amazing. It's already sold out.
I will sit through a lot of those David Stern movies. Some other stuff, man.
I'd rather. I love it. Did you see him in Brendan Mitchell's latest video? That guy never changes. Never changes. It's always the same. But he didn't have his mullet anymore. It was tied behind his head. I was gobsmacked.
The Phantasma tapes slipcovers almost sold out. See, well, I got some friends that are massive slipcover guys, and I used to care like Uzi, but I'm at that point where I don't give up.
It's the snobbery. It's a slipcover snob.
But here's the thing.
Throw him all the slips.
I did slide back into steelbook territory, which is just as bad. So it's true. I do. I will especially picked up Dirty Harry, and I picked up Outlaw Josie Wales when I was in Spain, and those are so nice, man. Those were so nice. I just wanted to get standard edition. The store that I went to didn't have standard editions. It just had the steelbooks, and I'm like,
I was telling Dar you picked up Dirty Harry on 4K. And she said, what does that need to be in 4K? I said, you're missing the point of the detail in the 4K. If the 4K is good, the detail, when the gravel's kicked and stuff, will look amazing.
Oh my God. The Dirty Harry 4K is insanely good. Steelbook territory. Thank you. Jake is correct. And by the way, if you have not yet picked up the Umbrella release of Freaked, Jake has a featurette on the Umbrella release of Freaked.
Ooh.
Which is hopefully
the
first of many, by the way. And Freaked is an awesome film, by the way. Alex Winter. If you've not seen it, well, I know you've seen it, Malcolm. And that's a favorite of mine too. So that's one that I'm picking up in the new year. Actually, that's one of the ones that I do want to get.
Nice. It's a good release. A lot of people were hoping Vinegar Syndrome would release it, didn't they?
And not me. Obviously not me. There's a video like that steelbook, and I saw it today because he changed out. He's got this thing, and I'm not sure if it's size instant or not, but he has these magnetic things that he puts on his wall, and he's got rows of steelbooks that are displayed on the wall, and he switched them out in a video today, and that's what I was watching right before I came on here, and it was like putting like the Halloween ones up, like the different like ones horror films for the Halloween season. It's a really good one. I'm like,
Ooh.
it made me want more steelbooks. And want to have
Sounds
like,
pretty good. Sounds pretty
the-
good.
it's cool. Like it's
Sounds epic.
I never thought about that. Like to have like those that like magnetic thing there, and you just like put them. You just stick
They're
them.
protected. They're still books protected though, right?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, like they're not gonna. That's if it's like stick.
Like it's
not
not
gonna
just stuck on like a magnet, like boom.
No, it's stuck. It's stuck. Like, but it's a strong, like, kind of a full length of the steelbook. Check it out after on
Oh, that's
Instagram.
pretty cool.
Steelbook
Yeah, I'll
Obsessed.
check it. I'll check it out.
But yeah, we've been sort of steelbooks. I've gotten back into steelbooks a bit, and I think part of it was like a couple years back. I got that Halloween set, the David Gordon Green one. I know I'm the freak that likes David Gordon Green trilogy, but I do like them. Enough that I've gotten 2 versions of the 2018 steelbook. Greatest film of all time, The Mask, coming out 4K. That is a good release, actually. I'm actually very excited about that. The Mask is coming out on 4K from Arrow Video. Really nice edition, by the way. Looks really sexy. Smoking. But I know what you're wondering, Alex. Where's Son of the Mask? Like, where is Son of the Mask at? That's the release you really want, right?
Son of the Mask will be a good one. Hello, Gino. I just saw your message. I hope you're doing well. And I'll tell you what, I'll send you a message when I'm free, okay? I'll send you a message. It's good to see you, Gino.
Hey there, Gino, man.
Son of the Mask
awesome stuff.
did ruin a lot of Charles. Okay, I want to talk about this. I'm writing a book. Everybody, I'm writing a book. It's called Where Did It Go Wrong? The Lost Tapes. It's about a director who was an up-and-comer. He had all the ability, and he just blew it all away by sleeping around and just farting.
You know what I realized like more recently? So what I would love, what my dream is to do, I like to produce. If I had the right connections, money, whatever, that's where I'd go. I would like to produce films. I have no interest in like being on front of the camera anymore, or being like or even like directing so much, but producing. I'd love to do that. And I've actually had people. It's odd because I do this, and because I do some other stuff which will be announced eventually. I've had people come up to me and ask me that. So I had a vet actually come to the house, and because I had a sick kitty cat, and he was doing like he was coming like on it to like give shots to the cat. And I said, and he's like, so you got all these movies. So do you like films? Yeah, that's what I do. I study film, stuff like that. And he's pitched me right there on the spot. As he's leaving, he pitched me his idea for his movie. And he's like, I'd love to get this. I want to make a movie. I want to produce and this type of stuff. And I'm like, getting him set up with there's like a film festival, like the Marrakesh one I mentioned. But before that, there's like a festival for people that want to make film. That they can go into and like get involved and introduced to the right people. So I was getting him set up with that. But it was just comical, and it's not the first time it's happened. Like if somebody's like, "Hey, we should make a movie." But yeah, if I had the money, I definitely would.
I keep telling Trinder we should make a movie together, but he doesn't.
Yeah,
just,
that type of not that type
look,
of.
Yeah, he just look. Yeah, that's our movie. We've got plenty of areas. There's the train, there's the mall. He just won't do it.
Vinegar Syndrome. I used to use the checklist, but I haven't used it in ages, man. I used to love the checklist. Actually, I didn't know it was broke.
I used to use the checklist, but I never use it now.
Thank you, Gino. And people do get interested. I would say right now, Gino probably gets more donations on his channel than I get on mine. So there you go, Gino.
Oh,
But because he does good work with the Western stuff, so no shade there. That's actually a good thing. Tomorrow, the Commandments of Collecting is coming out, and there's going to be a bonus video on the membership and on the Patreon for that one. My better half thinks it's going to be a bit divisive. Some things that I said, so it will be interesting to see what your thoughts on it are. So only around 30 minutes long. It's a short video, and it's a first part. And if you guys like it, I'll do another part. But it's basically talking about like some of the do's and don'ts for collecting. And
it's called the commandments, right? It's called
Commandments of Collecting. It just went together. I love alliteration. I'm like Stanley.
Please tell me you did an AI video of you walking up a mountain and then coming back down again.
Well, totally. No, I was not going to that. I'm not doing AI, man. Me, I can't do it. What I find insane is that A24 is having an AI section, like an AI portion of the company now.
Yeah, that blows my mind. That
because I love me some A24, and recently, like some A24 like review copies got sent my way. I showed Malcolm that, and I was very excited because I actually love the company, but I just find that their stuff really hard to get, and can be expensive. They do a review on the limbs. Actually, I have. My dad has it released. I don't have the release. Trick or Treat 86 is a lot of fun. Great score for that film. Trick or Treat is right up there. Not on the level, but close to the level, like a movie like Demons or Heavy Metal. The animated film, which I think have great killer soundtracks. There's like this pantheon of films, and we should do a list sometime with that. I'm going to get Malcolm in for some pre-tape stuff as well that we're doing as well. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I'm going to get this out sooner or later. My brain has totally went into a fog. But I want to do like a list of like films that have like really good soundtracks, like stuff that really stood out. Obviously, Demons and Heavy Metal. I was a kid when Heavy Metal came out. I used to read the magazine, and I snuck into it. I took my sister to see Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, which was like playing in the theater. Nice. Disney would do like they're bringing the movie out for a certain length of time at the vault. And Heavy Metal's playing in the theater next to it, it's a multiplex. And so I took her in, sat down for like 5 minutes, then I snuck out and went in and watched Heavy Metal on the next theater, which was an amazing experience for me.
I've always wondered how hard is it to do that. Once you're in there, most of the time they don't even care now.
Not hard. Back when I was a kid, it wasn't really hard at all. I mean, like I got to see some. I got to see. That's what I saw some Friday the 13th films. Because some of those came out when I was when I was young, like 1980. I was 10 years old. So like, and they're coming out on a fairly regular basis. And I'm seeing a bunch of them in theater. I saw Humongous in theater. I think they came out in 81 or 82. So I was like 11 or 12 when that came out, and I know I saw it in theater.
Well, I think the theater tomorrow stop when it's hey, Glenn.
He forgot to send him the link. Actually, he sent me a message a few minutes ago. He said, "You did send me the link." Did Malcolm come up? I appreciate it. Gina, keep a copy of Trick or Treat. Like, I never want you to part with something that's in your collection like that. But I really appreciate that. It's very nice. But yeah,
I've heard good things about the 4K.
Yeah, it's like
two films. Gone.
Oh no, I was going to say it's their first release. Was the first release that they put out, and they just knocked it out of the park.
Take care. Have a good evening. I'd say two films that have great soundtracks, which is probably going to get me really, really laughed at. One of them is The Running Man. That's a fantastic soundtrack. And the second film is Bridget Jones's Diary, the first one.
That is a really good soundtrack, actually. Bridget Jones' Diary is known for a great soundtrack. Yeah. You know another one?
Soundtrack.
Mira's Wedding. Mira's Wedding.
Oh, that's a really good one too. Yeah.
That's one I definitely like. We're talking about this, and like these are not the titles. Like when people look at us and the stuff we talk about, this is not what they expect us to talk about. They expect us to say, like,
well, you know what? You know what we need to do a talk about, don't you? All right, horror-wise, we need to do a talk on like the Fear Street movies.
Did you like the new one?
I watched the trilogy recently. You know, the first three, not the new one yet. I watched the other three.
Well, tell you what.
My God.
Well, tell you what. Leave it because October's coming up. Me and you and Dad, hopefully, get together.
That's what I was thinking.
That's one of those we can talk about. The Fear Street trilogy and Prom Night, which I think was the new one.
Yeah, sounds perfect. Yeah, Prom Night's the new one. And they might have another one out by then.
Oh, there we go.
That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect, actually. Use the opportunity to go and plug the wonderful Hopalong Cassidy Blu-ray from Classic Flicks. I'm glad they've actually released the Hopalong Cassidy Blu-ray. It's about time.
Well, the master, like for a guy that like my actual degree is in like business, Hopalong Cassidy was the guy when it came to marketing. He was like so good with he marked himself like insanely well. I did like a paper on him actually.
Well, you even tried to beat him, didn't you, at one point? Way!
I think I'm more Tex Ritter, man. Yeah.
I would love to, if I could be any character, it would all, like from like the olden times, like you know, like that. Yeah. But not a cowboy, it'd be Zorro.
Zorro, like the Guy Hamilton Zorro, or
the one that wore the pink. The one that wore the pink.
Oh, you mean George Hamilton?
Yeah.
Oh, Zorro the Gay Blade. With the whip,
I always
right?
I always thought that was the coolest one.
I had the novelization of that back. I thought that was I don't care if people. I thought it was hilarious. The movie was hilarious back. I still do. Well, when we went to Spain recently, my better half, she doesn't buy movies very often. So I'm picking up like Scream 5 and 6 because I wanted to have like 4Ks for my collection because I got the rest of them. And Hin's like, we got to get this. And she picks up Top Secret and from 84 Val Kilmer. And I'm like, this is why I love this girl. I fucking love this film. But I would not have picked it up. And she's like, we're getting Top Secret. This is just one. And do you remember it? Like Peter Cushing was in it. And
yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Such a good movie.
I think that had was that the one that had a network release here, or was that a different one?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Networks like the last network and the releases that Imprint's been putting out, like there's a correlation there, man. Department S freaking want that release so bad. Did you like Department S? Did you remember that show?
Say that again because I was reading a comment.
Oh, Department S, like it was like a series.
Yeah, Department S. That was the one that had the guy in it with the long black hair and the moustache, wasn't it?
Peter Wingard, yeah. Peter Wingard. Because he spun off his own series, Jason King, but I never saw the Jason King series.
Because I kept wanting to call him Jason King, but I knew his name was Jason King because that was the character.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I remember that show.
He got beat up a lot on that show.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's like he's the Mannix of that. Like if anybody remembers the series Mannix from back in the day, like it's he's a tough like detective, but he always gets his ass kicked. Peter Wingard, like in Department S, like he was ready for a fight, but he often lost it. But it was a really good show. They announced that Department S, Captain Scarlet.
You know what? That Captain Scarlet box set, I would have bought that from Imprint because I'm a big Captain Scarlet fan. But it's got no new stuff in it other than it's got no new stuff in it at all other than the book.
See, I don't have
otherwise, I would have bought it
at all. Like I'm probably gonna buy it down the road if it doesn't go to print.
Well, you should. I mean, I got the network version, and to me, that works enough.
Yeah, like you're good. I mean, like that's the thing. You don't need to rebuy something you already got. And so when it's the same.
I'm hoping they do a Joe 90. I'm hoping they do Joe 90 as well.
I think they're going to, because if you look at one of the things on the bonus disc, was a pilot episode of Johnny, and that got me like thinking, yeah, so like that. So
imagine having all the colors. Imagine having all the colors of those sets, because they were very colorful shows, and
they like. I wish I had the money for some of that stuff, because the releases that those sets, those Imprint like TV sets,
ridiculous,
gorgeous, man. They're freaking gorgeous. See those
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I know you probably won't agree with me completely, but if I had the money, I would have bought all the Bewitched ones, even though Mill Creek released it, because as far as I'm concerned, imprints were like fantastic. You know, they had the books, and they were on a lot more discs, and you know, the color pops more. Like what I'm saying.
And the way it is for like, I got the Imprint, I got the Mill Creek release. Obviously, Mill Creek sent me like that release, and I do like it. It's definitely one for more for the casual viewer, as opposed to like the diehard Bewitched fan. It's not in the right aspect ratio. That I will let you guys know.
That sucks.
Yeah, so it's more an aspect ratio for a modern TV set. Whereas the I'm pretty sure, like I'd have to go look, because it's in Canada, and when I went to check it, that's one of the things that I noticed. But I was so amazed with like having it on Blu-ray and special features, but I would love to have had, and I almost did. We were looking, like before I picked up the Halloween set, what's one things I looked at? Was I was looking at all the Bewitched sets, but the first one's out of print. So it's no good to get the other ones. Yeah, so it's no good to get the other ones, but the first one's like is out of print. Like they put out like a Space 1999 set, which I would have grabbed in a second.
I own that.
The Imprint one? I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. That is such a nice looking set. I know they got the movies in it, right?
Yeah, I own it. I did. There was the time I was buying their monthly packages every month, and that was in it. It's still sealed. It's still beautiful. Like boom.
2 seasons of amazingness. 2 very, very insanely different seasons.
I'm just glad that I'm just glad I've got the Avengers ones, to be honest, because I just hate that the black and white ones aren't, you know, like in a set on their own. I know some of them have been wiped, some are missing.
I'm gonna have to take out my things. Just saying. I'm gonna my things.
Okay. I've got an update for Pearl, by the way. If Alex is still here, he'll tell you. We went to a town together recently. It was actually a lovely day. I had a lovely time with him. Afterwards, we had a nice hug and snuggle. But we went into the store. We went to HMV, one of your favorite stores, and all I did was pick up 2 movies. All right, I didn't buy anything else, just 2 movies, and it was a moment that I was so proud of, because I hadn't been out in a long time at that point. You know, and yeah, he bought like 12. And I was like, wow, this is very different, you know, because normally he buys 1 and I buy like 20. So I was really proud of that.
So what did you get, by the way? What were the 2 you picked up?
Detonation, Bike Riders, and what was the other one called? I can't remember the title. Detonation, Bike Riders, and I can see the cover, but I can't see the movie. It was a part of the 88 Films Japanaki set, you know, the gold Obi strip ones.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I had, you know.
Have you seen the movie Rib Spreader?
Long time ago.
The guy I was on here yesterday is actually his friend had made the movie Rib Spreader. An Umbrella put it out, actually, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So because I don't think I've seen it, but I want to check it out.
Oh yeah, Umbrella did release it, didn't they?
They put it in a nice. They put it in a nice edition. That's one good thing you got to give Umbrella credit for, is they will put out a nice edition, but they will put out a standard edition too. So you don't have to like go all in if you don't want to.
I'll tell you this: the only thing I bought from Vinegar Syndrome last month, right, other than my subscription, was 1 film. All right, and that film was this one.
Freeze me! I love the cover.
I'm actually really happy that they've started sealing them. I prefer them sealed.
Yeah.
in case you wonder why I watched it, it's because I've seen it from Titan Asia before. That's the only reason it's still sealed. But yeah, I love that they're sealing them now, because it means now there's no reason for someone to go, that's not brand new. You know, if somebody, you know, if they buy it or something, because you're like, oh, it's sealed. So
releases always region free. Have you ever noticed that Australian releases most of the time are region free? Like,
yes, I've noticed that.
Even when they say they're not region free, like you'll find me like, hey, wait a second, this is region free.
I'll tell you the other thing I love about Imprint. I also love about Imprint, and that is that their releases always feel very like they're always, for the most part, worldwide exclusives.
Yeah.
Except for the big films, like the big films. You know, like Halloween and that. Normally they're, you know, like world exclusives. That's the same thing with Agents. I guess Alex isn't here anymore because he didn't hear what I said, so we must have left. The only umbrella release King Kong Lives.
They put out some nice releases, some really good stuff.
Hey, hello, Raf, and thank you for the kind words. Hello, Mr. Malcolm. You are back here. I'm very happy. Thank you, Raf. It's nice to see how people are, as I say, mate.
Raf asked the question, by the way, yesterday. I thought that was a really neat one too. Like you picked up on. Ever notice that the Imprint ones, like you get like certain like umbrellas, and they have the big like rating, but if you get an Imprint release, the ratings are not there.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Because they're not even on the boxes either, are they?
No, I mean, I got a couple right up there, and I because when he asked, I took them down just to see, and they weren't there even on the, you know, that like card that comes on all the releases. I don't think it was on that as well. Let me just check, but I don't think it was even on the card. So not sure if ViaVision got around that, because on the regular ViaVision releases there are those, but you know, Imprint is meant to be like the premium criterion of ViaVision.
Well, I know on the DVDs they always have that big, massive rating. So I don't know why they're not on the box sets. Maybe it's some sort of sneak around or something.
Let's see. So this is the Uninvited Unseen. Do you have this one? Did you get someone to come out?
I love that. I bought that just for the box because I love the box art.
So yeah, no. So here we got the
Uninvited.
Nothing, and it's not. And the interior is the picture of from the film, so there's nothing on there. And on every one of these releases, you have this. They have these here little cards with the features.
But there's no rating on it. There's no rating.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, is there a rating on it? I got to check again. But
where's the rating?
And don't you just love that Imprint eye on these releases?
The thing is, let's be honest, everybody complains about ratings anyway. They're like, why do we have to have those horrible ratings on the spines or on the cover? You would have thought that the rating would have been on the actual seal, you know, like around it. Because that's what a lot of these companies do now. They put a rating on like the cellophane. So when you take it off, you don't have to worry about it being on the film, or reversible cover in German.
Maybe that happened there. Same with the TV box set. There's no rating thing on this one either.
I do like those. I love how basic those TV movie of the week box sets look. They look perfect.
This is the cool thing right there. The TV guide aspect of it.
I love it. I love that. Oh, here comes the possessive one. Also been from CI classic movies now. They've been busy. I need all of their Buck Jones releases. Released in 2K, I believe. That's quite good, Gino, actually. See, VCI Classics doesn't seem to get much love, sadly. I look on their site and they don't.
They can be dodgy sometimes, but I do have a lot of their releases, and I do like them.
Yeah, I agree. They can be dodgy, but at least they've released some things that most people aren't. You know, I think they released the Dick Tracy Blu-rays, didn't they?
I think so. Yeah, I think they did like like the gruesome and like the movies, right? The actual movies.
Yeah, Raph, I don't own those sets, but I want to own them.
I can't. I got the movies already, and I can't see myself buying like. I know it's 4K, but I don't know if I need like coffee and like them in 4K when I've already got it. Sweet.
I don't. I need any Pam Grier with her top down in 4K. That's what I need. Think about the detail on those areolas and
Well, if that was Pam Grier,
I'll
like
pause
actually, you're like, okay, here's Pam Grier.
yeah. But this is the part where Aaron says if there was a realistic sex doll Pam Grier with it, he'd pick it up.
I love me some Pam Grier. My dad's a massive Pam Grier fan too. Pam Grier and Rosabella Neary. I know my dad loves.
Yeah.
And so
I don't
my
blame
dad's,
him. I don't blame both stunning women.
I need more of these. I cannot say like how fucking premium these things feel when I.
They feel lovely, don't they?
And I love.
I remember the first
box
box set. The first box I got of them was the Hammer Horror set.
Such an I'm so jealous. That was a nice set, wasn't it?
It was beautiful.
Horrors of the Black Museum. Did they release that? That's a really good film. I had that on VHS back in the day. Michael Goff is the main guy in that. A lot of people know him as it's Alfred in the 80s Batman series, 80s and 90s Batman.
Gino, it's Veronica Lake, isn't it? And Stephanie Beacham.
I know Stephanie Beacham for sure. Like he really loves Beacham. Flesh Frankenstein got the Blu-ray disc by Vinegar Syndrome. Uncommon Volume 1, nice. But sadly, we've hit the 2-hour mark, and I've got to
no,
because my better half will be coming home soon, and I don't want to get in trouble.
We have to sing the goodbye song now, guys. It's sad, isn't it?
But thank you so much for coming back in and come back on to do this with me. We got to talk more about other things than the announcements, and we will see you guys hopefully again soon. There's some other stuff coming up, and there's some other releases that I want to talk about, and there's some stuff that I want to get you in for because we'll talk about it off camera. But
I will, Gino. It's Donna's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Donna!
It might, it's Donna's birthday today, so it might not be today, Gino. Just let you know, because it's Donna's birthday. But I will message you, and we will talk. Maybe it might be tomorrow, just because obviously I said to Donna after I did this with Aaron, I'd be spending time with her because of her birthday tonight. So
I've kept you away from her birthday for 2 hours. She's gonna kill me, man.
No, that's all right. She's all right with it because I did let her. I told her, and that she was all right with it. So, but I'm glad to see everybody here, and thank you for the great welcome back, everybody. It means a lot to me. Hopefully, me and Anne will be doing a lot more stuff together. Whether that's pre-tapes, lives, because I'm always happy to be here. Mount the 7 orders just arrived and you go, hey! You know what? I've got to say this quickly before we go. The worst part is that bloody high tension set. I've got to check it immediately to see if any of the discs don't work. Other than that, I'm very happy.
All right. So I would thank everybody for coming in. Gino, we'll get you on sometime. When we just got to get the right topic. And we will see you really soon. Have a great evening.
See you soon, guys.